Hello students, welcome back to mathematics class of standard 6. This is the part 3 video of the whole numbers. Let's move on to the concept. In today's session you will be learning about the continuation of exercise 2.2 patterns, solving the problem using patterns, and you will be doing the homework and activity based on the concepts that you have learned. Let's move on to the session. This is the continuation of part 2 video, exercise 2.2 fifth problem. A taxi driver filled his car petrol tank with 40 liters of petrol on Monday. The next day, he filled the tank with 50 liters of petrol. If the petrol cost is 44 per liter, how much did he spend in all on the petrol? So what they have given here is, on Monday he filled his car tank with 40 liters and on Tuesday he filled with 50 liters. Cost of 1 liter of petrol is 44. So now what we are going to find out is, how much amount did he spend on filling the petrol for his car. The quantity of petrol filled on Monday is 40 liters. Quantity of petrol filled on Tuesday is 50 liter. We know that the cost of petrol per liter is rupees 44. So the cost of petrol is common for 2 days. Now what we are going to do is, we are going to implement this quantities into the suitable property. Let's solve the problem. Total quantity of petrol filled on 2 days is equal to 40 liters on Monday and 50 liters on Tuesday. So the total is 90. So this comes under the distributive property, whereas 44 per liter is common. Now what we are going to do is, we are going to implement these numbers into the formula. Amount spent on petrol, 44 rupees per liter, is common for Monday and Tuesday. So we know that the quantity of petrol that was filled on both the days is 90 liters. So directly we are going to write it as it is. So 44 into 90, 3960. So the total amount he spent on petrol is 3960. Seventh main, match the following. Here they have given the question 425 multiplied by 136, which has been further splitted as 425 into 6 plus 30 plus 100. They have taken the easier number and they have split it into 6 plus 30 plus 100, which comes under the distributive property, whereas they have taken A as common. Here A is common for 6, 30 and 100. When we add all these three, we get the total as 136. So A as common, B plus C plus D, which is equal to A into B plus A into C plus A into D. So this is what they have given here. So this question comes under the distributive property. Now let's solve the second problem. 2 into 49 multiplied by 50, which is equal to 2 into 50 multiplied by 49. This comes under the commutative property because they have just interchanged the number according to their convenience, so that it will be easy for calculating all the three numbers. However, it is multiplied, the product of three numbers will be the same. So this comes under the commutative property. 80 plus 2005 plus 20. So they have taken as 80 plus 20 plus 2005. So this is also the same method of the previous problem. Why? Because they have taken the convenient number first and they have added it. Then after adding that With the sum of the two numbers, they are going to add the third number, which comes under the commutative property of addition. The next topic in whole number is pattern. The whole numbers can be represented using the patterns. The shapes that have been used in patterns are line, rectangle, square, and triangle. These are the four shapes which are being used in the pattern, and we are going to represent the numbers using these kind of shapes. To represent the whole number in dots, for line method we use same number of dots for the respective number. For example, to represent 5 in the line, what you have to do is you have to put 5 dots one after the other in a straight line, so that it forms a straight line. 7. So what you have to do is you have to put 7 dots one after the other in a straight line. Now let's get to know how to represent the whole number using dots in rectangle and square. Some whole numbers can be represented in both rectangle and square. Now let's represent the number 8 using dots for rectangle. First thing what you have to do is you have to find out whose product is 8. We know that 2 times 4 will give 8. So the second point is what you have to do is you're going to arrange the number 8 in dots by arranging 4 dots in first row and 4 dots in the second row, which forms as 8, and also when you join the dots you get a rectangle. Similarly, we'll check for other number 12. So what you have to find out is, the first point, you have to find out whose product is 12. We know that 6 times 2 will give 12. So first you have to arrange the 6 dots in first row and again 6 dots in the other row. So when you join those dots, you will get the rectangle. Numbers like 8, 12, 14 can be used to represent the rectangle. The first thing you have to keep it in mind is the square has equal sides. Choose the number whose both the multiplicands are same. For example, 2 times 2 is 4. So the first multiplicand and the second multiplicand is same, which gives you the product as 4. The numbers like 4, 9, 16 can be used to represent square. Now let's represent 4 in square. So we know that 2 times 2 is 4. What you're going to do? You're going to keep 2 dots in the first row and 2 dots in the second row. When you join those 4 dots, you get a square. Triangle. The numbers like 3, 6, 9, 12, 21 and so on can be used to represent triangle. To represent the whole numbers in triangle using dots, you should represent the dots in the following method, like 1 dot in the first row and 2 dots in the second row and 3 dots in the third row in order to represent the number. When you count these dots, you get 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. When you join all the dots, you get a triangle. Let's represent the number 9 in triangle using dots. As I said earlier, always 1 dot should be in the first row, 2 dots in the second row. and 3 dots in third row. Fourth row also will follow the same 3 dots, so that we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we get totally 9 dots. When you join these dots, you get a triangle. Each of the triangle, one dot should be on the top, and whereas when you compare the side of the triangle, the dots are same. This is how you are going to represent the triangle using dots. Now, exercise 2.3. The first main, which of the following will not represent 0? Here they have given the options: A, 1 plus 0, B, 0 into 0, C, 0 divided by 2, and here D, 10 minus 10 divided by 2. Now let's check which of the following will not represent 0. So 1 plus 0 is 1. 0 multiplied with 0 will give 0. 0 divided by 2 is 0. Similarly, 10 minus 10 is 0, which is divided by 2 will give you the answer as 0. Any number which is divided by 0 is 0. Here in the given question, the option A, 1 plus 0 doesn't represent 0 because its answer is 1. Second question, if the product of two whole number is 0, can you say that one or both the number will be 0? We are going to justify it through examples. Justification. Case 1. So let's take first multiplicand as 0 and other as a number. So 0 into 1 is 0. In first case you have taken first multiplicand as 0. Now in second case we'll take the first multiplicand as number and other multiplicand as 0. So 4 into 0 is 0. In both the cases, if any one multiplicand is 0, the product is also 0. Now let's check for other case 3, where both the multiplicands are 0. When both the multiplicands are 0 and the product is also 0. So it is justified if any one or both of them is 0, then the product will also be 0. Find using distributive property. So the first question is 728 multiplied with 101. So what we are going to do is we are going to split the easier number so that we can calculate it in an easier way. 728 multiplied with 101 can be splitted as 100 plus 1. So now what we are going to do? We are going to apply distributive property. So this resembles A into B plus C. So what we are going to do? A into B plus A into C. We are going to implement this number according to the formula. So 728 into 100 plus 728 into 1. So which will give you the product as 72,800 plus 728 into 1 times will give you 728. So the total is 73,528. So this is the product of 728 into 101. Fifth problem, study the pattern. Here the pattern given on the left side is in the increasing order, where you see in the right side it is of a decreasing order, and in the center the number is same. 1 multiplied 8 plus 1 gives 9. 12 multiplied with 8 plus 2 gives 98. 123 multiplied with 8 plus 3 will gives 987. So the pattern on the left side is in the increasing order, whereas first number is 1, the second is 12, the third is 123, the fourth is 1234, then the fifth number is 12,345. So in the question what they have given is to find the next two steps. So obviously the next number would be 1,23,456 multiplied with 8 plus 6. Why? Because here the next to the multiplication in the addition operation, it is in the increasing order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and the next number is 6. And here in the reverse order, it is of 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. So the next step would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is multiplied with 8 again plus 7 will give 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. So these are the two steps which are next to 12,345 multiplied with 8 plus 5 is equal to 98765. In the given question, they have given a hint like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is represented with 1, whereas 5 is represented with 1 as 5 times, 4 is represented with 1 in 4 times, 3 is represented with 1 as 3 times. Now, with this hint, we are going to solve the step 6. So, the step 6 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equal to, now we are going to represent these number with 1. So, 6 times we are going to represent 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 5 will be represented 5 times with 1, 3, 4, 5. Similarly for 4, 3, 2 and 1. So this is the hint which is given in the question. When we calculate all these numbers, we get 1,23,456. With this, we are going to multiply the pattern which was given in the question. Then we are going to add 6. We get 9,87,654. So with this same pattern, you are going to try for the 7th step. This is all about today's class, students. Until we meet in next class, stay home, stay safe and keep learning.